Welcome to the Everton News Daily on Toffee TV. It's a bank holiday Monday. There's not much going on here, but we've got a few things from the weekend to talk about. First of all, Tony Bellew last night at Goodison Park. What a night. Goodison Park was absolutely rocking for the first time in a while. Unbelievable scenes as he got off the canvas in the first round to win the world title in the third. Amazing scenes. Just, it was all about Everton, wasn't it? At the end of the day, he come in to Z Cars covered in Everton, and just what a night. I haven't seen Goodison Park like that for a long, long time. So well done to him. Well done for all those concerned who managed to put that night on. And you know what? It shows that Goodison Park can do more than just host football games. And let's hope in the future we see more of that, because the fans loved it. The club loved it and embraced it, and I think we can see more of that, whether it be football or whatever. So amazing night, absolutely amazing night, and that's the kind of atmosphere we want to generate at Goodison Park. And it can happen. It can happen. You just need someone out there that you can get behind, that literally plays for the badge or fights for the badge or whatever, as Everton in the heart, and you can get behind, because that's what's been missing this season. A lot of people saying best atmosphere they've seen for a while. Well, it can happen. Goodison Park can generate amazing atmospheres if the fans are given what they want. Do you know what I mean? Personally, I come from the view that if the players are out there giving everything, and the team plays a certain style, then the fans will embrace it. Of course they will. So let's hope next season that we get a manager who helps convey that and bring fans together. Talking about the manager situation, I think the end of last week it was all starting to get a little bit doom and gloom. People are starting to worry, think Everton had missed the boat. Over the weekend we've been linked again with my man Emery. News coming out of Spain that Everton are trying to push and trying to make things happen with this, which I always thought they would do. I didn't think it had gone cold. Not sure what is happening exactly, but you get the feeling behind the scenes the club are trying to put something together to make these things happen. So we'll wait and see on that one. But that come from Spanish sources, not from the English media. They came from the Spanish media, and let's hope something can happen. On the other side, you've got talk of Koeman still in the air. Everton, we were told, would have to pay him a massive amount, and there was a story yesterday in the Mirror. Yes, the Mirror, I know, so you take it with a pinch of salt, but the Mirror was saying that Everton were willing to pay Ronald Koeman £6 million a year. I'm not too sure whether he's worth that kind of money, but we're willing to push the boat out to bring the manager to the club, to the Southampton manager to Everton Football Club, which is a massive statement. We'll wait and see. I think this week will be huge. I think this week will be when all right. Maybe not in terms of what comes out, but I think in terms of what happens behind the scenes, I think this week is going to be huge for Everton Football Club and going to get a manager, because decisions will have to be made very, very soon regarding the manager. It can't go on too much longer. If people out there are playing, trying to play games with the club are just going to have to get rid of that and just go and pick a man. Another one on the managerial situation. David Moyes spotted last night at Goodison Park with Bill Kenwright. A lot of people getting worried about that. Listen, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think David Moyes loves sport. We've seen him at boxing events before. We've seen him. I think he went to see Tony Bellew last year or the year before in the Echo Arena. We've seen him picture with a couple of ringside ladies, looking very, very happy. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. I think David Moyes still has Everton in his heart and still likes to be part of these events. But as a manager, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think that's just one of those things. I think he's a boxing fan, and listen, a lot of people wanted to be at Goodison Park last night. It was a fantastic night, and as I say, I think Moyes was just there to just take it all in and be a fan. Obviously, the European the Champions League final on Saturday. Obviously, Atletico Madrid got beaten. The talk of Simeone maybe looking for pastures new. Listen. Why not go and try? I don't Don't know whether it would happen, but why not go and try? Listen, who knows? Push the boat out. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen. You can only ask. On the players' point of view, there's a story today saying Tony Hibbert and Leon Osman still don't know about their futures. Obviously, there's nobody at the football club who can sort of make that decision, so they will have to wait and see till a new manager comes in. And personally, I think it's a strange one. Personally, I don't think either of them are needed from a football point of view. Maybe Leon Osman would be needed a little bit more than Tony Hibbert. Maybe they could help around the club to usher a new manager into the club and help him. But listen, I think as football players, certainly Tony Hibbert, their time is done, their time is over, and there's no real need for them to be at the club anymore. We'll wait and see on that one. That's a decision that can't be made without a new manager or without a director of football. Great servants, but everything comes to an end in football, and if you're not adding anything on the pitch, unless you're a coach, then there's no point being at the club. So there's not much happening as even transfer rumours, because I think the media have woke up to the fact that we don't have a manager. So what is the point of having transfer rumours? Because we just don't have a manager. So nothing happening on that point of view. International wise, Lukaku scored over the weekend. Who cares? I believe he was booed yesterday when they showed him some clips of Tony Bellew on the big screen. So he scored. Friday night, John Stones played for England and had a very, very good game. Again, he's been linked with moves away over the weekend, but we're not going to talk about that. That's quite obvious because Mourinho's gone to Man United. But he had a really, really good game for England and is now pushing for a start. Maybe I think there's one more friendly left before they go to the Euro, so that'll be interesting to see. Ross Barkley, though, for me is a major doubt. I think the squad gets picked tomorrow, and for me he's a major doubt. Now, I said it last week. I said it on Ball Street last week. I was worrying for the lad. For the season, his stats were fantastic, but the tail end of the season, he's just died off so much, and physically, and we spoke about it on the show, for me, he's just too big. He's just too big, and he just carries too much weight in terms of muscle, and I don't think it suits his game. Of course, he puts some weight on to hold people off, but I think he's gone too far, and I don't know who's at the club advising him on these things, but I think they've gone far too much. Gone far too much with the weight and with the muscle. So I've said for a week, I really fear. I think with the emergence of Rashford, I think they'll take an extra striker, drop Rooney into midfield, and that for me is Ross Barkley's place, unless someone gets injured in the next few games. I mean, he didn't play against. He didn't play in the first friendly game, and he came on a sub against Australia. He didn't really make much of an impact, and I don't know. I just don't think he's going to go, personally. That might be a good thing for us. It's not going to be a good thing for him as a player, but I think for us it'll be a good thing. Get rested and we'll go from there. But in terms of, we're still waiting to see. I think there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Of course, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and I think they're still trying to get the best man possible. I don't fall for all this nonsense where people start panicking and start thinking it's going to be Moyes or one of these poor managers. I still think they're very, very much going for Koeman and the likes of Emery and Pellegrini's been mentioned as well, but I still think they want Koeman, and I still think they are pushing for Koeman, and are willing to pay the money for Koeman. So we'll wait and see. I think, as I say, this is a big week, hell of a big week for Everton Football Club to get that sorted. So hopefully they get that sorted this week, and of course we'll be here all week on the Everton News Daily, keeping you up to date. It'll probably be me all week because Baz is on holiday, and I don't think he can get a connection in Wales. So it'll probably be me all week keeping you updated. So make sure you keep watching to Toffee TV, keep looking out for the Everton News Daily, and I'll catch you soon.